Welcome to the Two Black, Two Strong Show with your host, John Don. And tonight, I want to talk about Kevin Samuels. Was Kevin Samuels a hurt or help to the black community? A lot of people got a lot of mixed feelings about Kevin Samuels. Some people, they say they love him. Some people say they hate him. Some people say he just was talking nonsense, garbage. He didn't know what he was talking about. He just was an old ninja who was just washed up and just was in his feelings about somebody who broke his heart. But I got on to Kevin Samuels when he was doing fragrances, when he was just doing cologne. He wasn't even doing nothing else prolific. He was just doing fragrances. He was kind of like semi-corny. But it was just something about him that I kind of liked. And he evolved and he just figured his way in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm trying to figure my way. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's the 80-20 game. And it's 80% of your content goes unseen. Only 20% gonna get noticed. And then you're gonna turn your light green from that. But I personally think Kevin Samuels was much needed in the black community due to the lack of male figures. Like, we don't have too many positive male figures in the black community, and that's one of the reasons why we fall so behind in so many ways of life, because the man is so absent, and if he try to come around, we're gonna do the same thing we did to Kevin Samuels. Man, we don't want to hear none of that shit you talking, son. You heard me? Nigga, my dad ain't raised me. Nigga, I ain't got no daddy. You heard me? So that's just how they go. But I really funk with Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying? Like, because some of the shit he said just was so deep, man. It was just like, damn, if you a man and you living life and you going through this shit, then you really gotta feel what he was saying. I'm gonna play this little clip, man, of some shit that he was talking about. And this really hit deep right here, man.
To do in order to fix them. Again, you're not competent enough to run your own life. When I was down that low, I wasn't competent enough either. I reached out to other people for help, but I actually did work before I reached out. There's no shame in a downturn. And so many of you guys are living life ashamed of where you are. I'm behind at 35 years old.
God.
I should not be here. I should be there. Okay, the only shame is to continue to sit there and act like pouting about it or act like it's going to change because you feel bad. No, I tell you need to get another job, and I tell you go work at a convenience store, but you got too much pride to go do that.
Nah, everything he just said right there is something that your father's supposed to tell you, or somebody around you that's grown and mature. Man, we hardly have those type of characters in our life to really sit us down and say, hey, my nigga, a job is better than no job. You heard me? Me personally, I had that mindset, man. What do I look like working at this bullshit ass job? But as a immature person, the immature John, that was the mindset of a childish person, because a real man gonna say, bitch, I'm gonna work at the Dollar General, I'm gonna work at Albertson, bitch, I'm gonna work at this gas station. I got to make ends meet. You hear me? But I think we be so quick to say, man, scratch that, I'm going straight to the streets. You know what I'm saying? But if we had positive role models around us to tell us, like, man, check this, bro, you can do this right here, you still gonna be the man, you still gonna be a real ninja. You know what I'm talking about? Out the gate. Don't even trip, man. Just do what you need to do to get by.
Honest day's work for an honest wage. You know why you don't want to go there? Because you don't want somebody to see you there. That's a
True.
goddamn problem. You ain't there yet. If you worry about where somebody was, I didn't care if somebody saw me. Somebody saw me doing that stuff. I'm like, you're damn right. I'm here and I'm making money. I had people who saw me when after my divorce and everything, waiting tables. That was a skill I had acquired. I'm like, yeah, what you don't realize, I'm making $100 a day, making more than I was making over here. And here I'm having to bring you your bread and everything else, but I'm getting money. And then 6 months later, they're like, how are you driving around a BMW? Because everything I had was
Gotta stay down, man, till you come up, man.
All those menial jobs, part of a plan. I went to work with the greatest.
See, shit like this right here, they don't highlight this right here. They highlight the controversy, like all of the him back and forth with these women and all the shit that they had going on. But if you just think about this right here, he didn't call none of these women Not one of these women who called Kevin Samuels, he didn't call them. I put a number up. You call me to really, you thought that you was going to be able to outthink me, not knowing that, bro, this is my game. You're not going to beat me at my own game. Nah, I ain't going to hold you. I ain't going to hold you. I ain't one of them niggas who just going to brown nose and say everything was right, because I noticed eventually once he started getting his clout up, he started looking for the controversy in the conversation he was having with the people. You know what I'm saying? But even though it was some game that was spilled inside of the conversation, I think that the clout and the money was coming so good, it kind of like clouded his judgment where he was trying to go with it. And besides that, I think that Kevin Samuels was a hurt man, as we all are. You know what I'm saying? He was fucked over through life being a nice guy. And when you be the nice guy and you be fucked over and you notice like, man, I'm trying to do the right thing, but everybody who prospering and having it their way, they doing the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? So that would discourage you and make you say, man, you know what, man, fuck this shit, scratch that, I'm finna do this, I'm coming like this. So I totally understand that right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everything that he had going on, like, and how he felt and how he was so passionate and how he just spoke from so many different angles that was from a man's perspective and really just trying to rebuild the image of the black man. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't have no platform or no group that represents only us to say, look here, bro, this is what we need to do. This is about our hygiene, our health, our wealth, everything. I just like one time, bro, recently I was reading the Forbes magazine, and they had like the top 20 upcoming millionaires. You know, they didn't have not one black man in there. They had black women, they had Chinese men, they had white women, they had Arabic women, Arabic men. They didn't have one black man. Now you can't tell me this, man. In these days and time, ain't no black man becoming a fucking millionaire. Stop playing, bro. Stop fucking playing.
I had to, because I knew I wasn't gonna be there long, because it was part of a plan. People run into me, man, I remember you was a waiter at so-and-so, and now it's part of a plan. Winning in power, your mindset. And I got there because I've had help along the way. I've had coaches along the way. I've had life coaches. I've had therapy. I've had all these things. I spent thousands of dollars. I didn't do my own style. I didn't do my own image consult. I went to a professional. If I can, so can you. Guys, you know, when I said that thing about going out and not having money, I tell you, dude, that's a horrible feeling. To know you ain't got but $20.
Man, only my real was gonna feel what he just said right there, man. Going out and not having no scratch, even if you don't have to, even if you going out with your people who is more fortunate than you and you ain't gotta foot the bill, man, that you feel less than a man knowing that, man, I really don't have the money. If my nigga card declined and it have to be me to pay the bill, I don't have it. Man, that's like one of the worst feelings as a man, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think we stress that enough, because we kind of like sweep those type of feelings and shit under the rug and just call it a day. But man, that's some real shit, bro. Like, I feel like no one knows what a man go through but a man. And I ain't just talking about a black man. I mean, any man, you know what I'm saying? So those are the perspectives that I really liked about Kevin Samuels. Like, you know what I'm saying? That he really brought up issues that you go through as a man.
And the club costs $10 to get in. You got $10
man,
to drink,
man,
and to eat afterwards. So you buying what? One drink, and then trying to go to get a taco or something afterwards. But
oh, God!
You see a chick, you can't do anything. Money gives you options.
Money gives you options. No freaking cap, man. I'm trying to stop cursing so much, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stop saying the N-word so much. And I'm trying to stop cursing so much, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's just how I talk. Like they say, people who curse tell the truth a lot. And I tell the truth a lot. But having options, bro, to do shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't have motion, bro. Like, you can't really reach your full potential if you don't have the money, bro. Like, some people like, oh, money ain't everything, money this. Man, try being broke and you will have a different outlook on life. Like, some people have always had a little something going on, so they never hit rock bottom and was at rock bottom for a long period of time. That really tests your really faith and who you are, bro, when you lose everything and you just have to climb back up and you have to really get that shit back up. That shit hit different, man. That shit is not it's not for the weak. You know what I'm saying? Like I made a post a long time ago. I say, when you see a homeless nigga on a corner, don't think he's stupid for being there. Life applied that much pressure on that nigga. He gave up, man. He couldn't handle this shit no more. You hear me? So that's some real shit. That shit touched my soul when he said that enough. You know what I mean?
And you feel some kind of way. The entire time you're there, you're not enjoying it. Because you're like, man, they over here living it up and I'm behind. And if you got good friends, they may say, man, I got the drinks, I got the round, but there's something inside of you as a man. It's like, I'm tired of motherfuckers having to pay for my round.
Man, hold up. My top finna die, man. My lab finna die. Hold up, let me get my charge. Before we get out of there, before we fall off the map, man. Trying not to knock the mic and shit like that right there. Pause. Alright, we back.
For this shit, man. Cause you don't like it. You like that's your manhood fucking with you. Manhood is telling you.
Come on now.
Man,
don't get the fucking up like relax.
That's a positive sign. Here's the thing. Understand. Make the next time the last time, to where you ain't got to do it again, to where somebody say, oh man, I got your drink, no, I'm good. Or even better, when this happens, when you actually start working and getting that shit ready and you go out with your friends and you say, first round's on me.
On G.O.D.
Like, what? You bullshit. No, you didn't.
Oh, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I be around and been in situations like this right here where they have one person who paying for every fucking thing. Like, and people just look at that as being a normal. You know what I'm saying? But it's not the normal. You know what I'm saying? Because if you hang around 9 broke niggas, then you're gonna be the 10th. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be around, you want to be an asset to your friends that's having motion. So if I got a partner that got a lot of shit going on, I'm trying to think of some way I can get my own shit going on, or how I can be a benefit to what he got going on. You know what I mean? And not just be the nigga who just around and every time I go out, yeah, I'm gonna pay for the shit because it's just, you know, just boss move. But ain't nothing like when you see 2 boss niggas together and they both trying to hold, man, bitch, I got this. Nah, watch back, boy, I got this. That hit different, man, than being a nigga who know you can't pay and you just ordering all type of shit that you know you wouldn't get on your own time. That shit just fuck with your brain, man. You know what I'm saying? And as a man, that's a weird feeling, and that's a real feeling of being behind in your game. And the older you get, you start to get these feelings, you know what I'm saying? I feel like when you're in your early 20s and, like, you know what I'm saying, shit like that, it don't really bother you because you just like, man, I'm living life, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But when you come up and you get late 20s, 30s, 40s, etc., man, you start to feel different about a lot of little shit that you looked at was normal when you was younger.
Hey, what? And get whatever you want. First round's on me. Oh, snap! That respect level that comes from your boys, because they may clown you a bit, but they really saying is, dude finally got his shit together. That's my dog right there. Man, the subtle glances men make to other men when we affirm each other's manhood. Men decide who are men. Men decide, not women, men. And the women sit around and look at men affirming other men, and that's when you become more of select and on your way to pre-select. 18, you gotta... Right,
true. You know what I'm saying? Because women love men who other men follow and look up to. I done seen this shit, like, and been in a mix, and I can tell the comfort in it make they pussy moist when they with a man who all the niggas trying to chase his time and trying to just put their nose up his ass and try to be all up on them paws and just want to talk to him and man, what up, my nigga, what up, bro, you know what I'm saying, and what up, big brother, and all that right there. So you know what I'm saying, that shit just hit different, man. Like, you know what I'm saying, when you are that man, you know what I'm saying, when you are that man and the bitches see, man, he got this much motion with females on him, but he got niggas that's praising him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not to say that's some shit that you want, but when a female see that confirms, like, oh, this is the right selection.
A lot of runway left. One of the best things you can do is start surrounding yourself with people who are thinking like the person you want to be.
True.
When I hear young men call themselves losers, I'm always like, dude, you got a long way before
Hell
you're a
yeah.
loser. Yeah, when I hear young guys call themselves losers, I understand the sentiment, but understand you got a lot of runway. Use the time when you're living at home, recalibrating to really stack aside some cash. You want, several.
That's a whole nother show that I was gonna make, and I was gonna talk about being 19, 18, 20, and 21. Man, don't have this mindset that, man, I'm about to get out my mama's house. Man, take those precious years and get your game together and work hard as a motherfucker while you at home. Pay some bills. Offer some money for some bills too. Don't just stay home because you really want to get in the groove of paying bills. So that's why I tell people, bro, how can you say you want to be on your own and you never swung a 6-month lease? You never paid nothing past your phone bill. You heard me? So why don't you start practicing paying bills at your home? Like, okay, man, this is what I want to do. I want to pay the cable bill, dad or mom, or however it is. Let me pay the phone bill. Let me pay something small just so I can get in the groove of paying bills and being responsible. And then when I do have my own place and crib and shit like that right there, I'll be ready. And parents, stop putting your kids out when they fucking turn 18 or 19. They not ready. They not ready, bro. They not fucking ready. Like, they not ready. They not ready out here, man. It's real out here. Like, all they gonna do is hit this world and fuck their credit up and fuck their name up. You heard me? And all you had to do was just let them stay home, have a foundation for them to stay home. You know what I'm saying? Where they can be comfortable, give them their space, just make sure they respect your space at the same time. So that's something we gotta really, really, really work on, bro. When we are young, take that time, bro, to stack your motherfucking paper. Be serious about your paper, man. Like, be real serious about your paper, man. Like, man, really, really take your time and really get your money, man. Don't play with this shit, like, for real. Like, those are the time you need to work your hardest. So when you do turn 30, you can be relaxed. You want to be 30 with your kids or whatever, if you want kids, and you want to take those times where you can spend that time with them. You don't want to be in your 30s working hard as a bitch, and then by the time I turn 40, I'm still working hard as a bitch. It's like right now, man, you might go to a fucking McDonald's and you see a full-fledged granny working at McDonald's. Some people working because I just don't want to be at home, but some people working because I have to be here. You do not want to be that person. So take your youth and do what you need to do with it, bro.
Several months of money to where you don't have to make dumb decisions for money. And whether you decide to go back to school or whether you decide to get into the work environment, just make sure you are working and staying around like-minded guys. The main thing you need to focus on is not getting a chick pregnant before 35 years old and outside of a committed relationship.
For real.
As long as you remain no kids, you got.
I done bumped my head. You know what I'm saying? But good thing my situation makes sense. But yeah, man,
life comes in
it's real.
cycles, and because we as men lack
of dick control with the black man is something that we got bad. I feel like the black woman is accountability for the shit that she do, and the black man is dick control. We need better dick control. Pause.
To wave us on down the path of life, we don't know where we're at. We don't know if we're good or bad or above or below. We just don't know.
On G.O.D.
Because it's impolitic for men to admit they don't know something. Most guys are just shamed into shutting up and shutting down. And all that makes you is a battery for somebody else to use. And I got no problem with society needing men to do what we do, but I want you to enjoy your life. It's yours. It's only one. And whether it's Popeyes with two-piece Tuesdays, whether it's fried fish or whether it's lobster, I want it to be yours. You decide to get married, have kids, I want your family to revolve and thrive as you at the head, not you as a beast of burden.
All right, we're gonna wrap that one up. You know what I'm saying? Because I can just build on that. I haven't even talked about the accountability brung to the women yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just wanted to start it off with 100% focus on the man. That's what the channel was about. That's why I could receive so much hate, because no one wants to see a black man talk about what he don't want and what he think he should have. People don't like to hear that shit, and black women don't like to hear that shit, because you never listen to a daddy, never listen to a brother, never listen to an uncle, never had a male figure that was positive, never had a male figure that was positive in her life, whether that been or even a boyfriend. That nigga wasn't positive because he never seen no positive male role models. You know what I'm saying? So we have to rebuild the black man to rebuild the black community, bro. So people like Kevin Samuels was much needed, because you got a black man that's, might I say, 50 years old. A 50 years old black man. He don't curse. Now, he probably curse in his own life, but he don't curse. He wears a suit every fucking day. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's upright. You know what I'm saying? But in a black community, that's a sign of softness. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you trying to be white, or you just soft, like you just feminine, like you like gayish, you know what I'm saying? So we don't respect it. That's why the fucking Pookies and Ray Rays and the thugs in our community are higher praised than the A student. You know what I'm saying? Like, a nigga make straight A's on the report card, he don't get praise. He don't get his dick sucked by the fine girl in the neighborhood. But let a nigga be like in and out of juvenile, thugging, playing basketball, football, baseball, whatever. He get praised by us because we don't respect the upright man, because we hardly ever see upright men in our community. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was a big thing that he was promoting. That's the way I took it. You know what I'm saying? That's why when he talked to men, he talked to them the same way he talked to the female. I'm hard on their ass. I'm hard on your ass. So I think that that's something that we need to focus on. You know what I'm saying? Like, rebuilding the black man. You know what I'm saying? Rebuilding his image. You know what I'm saying? That's like right now, you can watch movies from Hollywood or all around the world. They gonna put the black man as a thug. It don't matter where you at. We get portrayed as the thug, the criminal, the murderer, the dummy in the movie. Like, when you watch all those movies, the black man is the dumbest nigga in the movie. He the first one to trip and fall. He the first one that gonna do something stupid. Like, he the first one that's gonna snitch in the situation when they rob the bank and all kind of shit. Those are images of the black man. So basically, he who controls the image controls the narrative. So we keep allowing everybody else to control our image, then how are we going to move forward in a positive manner, in a positive way? You know what I'm saying? And we have to start doing this positive shit so people can see us doing it. You know what I'm saying? I heard this narrative. I heard somebody say this some real shit. They was like, the black woman is not going to move out the way. You're going to have to move her out the way, and she going to have to see how you do when you move out the way for her to stay the fuck out the way. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to show her that we got this shit now. You didn't play your part long enough. Like, you know what I'm saying? Watch back right quick. Like, you did your fucking did it, Bob. Now it's our turn to do our time. We got to fight this fight for us, because the white man doesn't respect you enough to give you the power that we need. He only fears and respect the black man. It really ain't a respect thing. It's more of a fear thing. So we have to show the world that we can lead our people, bro. Like, here, far, and near. You know what I'm saying? And take over our image. Oh no, bitch, we got the Black Man Council. You're not gonna make no movie about this right here and portray us in this way. Are we gonna boycott this shit and shut that shit down? And we gotta start funding issues to build our image. You know what I'm saying? We need a magazine. You know what I'm saying? We need platforms. We need websites, and only dealing with the black male image, bro. And I feel like that's something that Kevin Samuels talked about often in his shit. But like I say, he got sidetracked by this fame, bro. Like I say, this fame should have fucked with your man, and it kind of like clouded his vision and shit. That I think he really wanted to do a lot of shit, but once he started seeing the money, them hoes, and all the fame and all the status, that clouded his judgment a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I figure like he just started, the confrontation of the shit kind of just got more of a like, man, oh, this how I get money? Well, shit, if whoever call in, I'm gonna try to build it up on him. You know what I'm saying? But he spoke so many facts. I just like right now, bro. Let's be real. If I was a 5'4", 200 pound, 3 different baby mama, slept on my mama couch, and you were a 100 grand making female, would you fuck with me? Bro, you wouldn't pay me no fucking mind. You would tell me, man, you insulting me for even asking me some stupid shit like that right there, my boy. Like, how you even build a confidence to even come and play with me like that? You know what I'm saying? So, but when a man say that, it's so, oh my God, how could you say you wouldn't date a woman with kids? Think about this right here. If I am a single male, no kids, make 100 grand a year, I got all my ducks in a row, why would I, as a single man, no kids, want to date a woman with more than 1 kid or maybe even a kid? You know what I'm saying? Your preference is your preference. You know what I'm saying? But why would I want to do that? And there are so many free, no baby having females in this world. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, and for the record, I don't see nothing wrong with a female that got a kid. Because if you got a kid, if you a man and you have a kid, then it's like this right here. Find what's on your level. I'm a man with a kid. So a female with a kid, I can't be mad at her about that. All right, babe, well, we can put it together and we can make it, you know what I'm saying? Just make the shit make sense. That makes sense for me because I have a kid. But if I didn't have any kids and I waited all this time and was this precautious about my motherfucking moves, I make my sexual moves, then why would I jeopardize my sacrifices for your mistakes? And I ain't gonna call you having a baby a mistake, but let's just say it how it is, and it is what it is. Like, for your hiccups, I shouldn't have to do that. And you shouldn't be mad at me for that. You should be like, all right, well, shit, I'm gonna find a man who accepts me for who I am, or I'm gonna find a man who has kids so we can come together and be one big family. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's one of them things, like, I don't think people like to hear a black man speak on his preferences. A black woman can say, I don't want a nigga who don't do this. I don't want, he better be this. He better be 6 feet tall. He better have a 6-pack. He better have a big cock. He better have this. He better have that. But when a black man say, I don't want this, I don't want that, and bitch, if you got this right here, I ain't fucking with you. I think that shook the game up, but that shook the game up. That shook shit up. That shook the internet up. Like, you know what I'm saying? They had people that was literally praising and like, man, thank you, God, man, you got this fucking devil off the earth. Now, keep it gangster, keep it gutter. If this was a 50-year-old woman, sharp, on there, men call in and she break them niggas down like a double barrel shotgun, y'all would be like, oh my God, this is Mother Teresa reborn. Yes, Lord, man, thank you, Jesus. And if she would have passed away, man, y'all would have thought the woman was Queen Elizabeth. But like I said, the image of the black man is so fucking muddy and destroyed and fucked up that no one wants to understand a black man being upright, speaking what he feel, how he feel, and just giving to you raw and uncut from a black man perspective. Nobody wants to hear that shit. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? And another thing that I really don't click with is like all the offsprings that's trying to do like semi Kevin Samuels type thing, because I think these are people who really women hating males. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have niggas like these type of niggas are niggas who never had bitches none in their life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they never had bitches none in their life. They was not the nigga. They was not the playboys who used to get the pins and the pads and go to the mall and get all of the females' numbers. They was not the niggas who started on the phone with the females all through high school and middle school. They was not the dudes who really can go out and talk something into submission the same day. They is not those type of guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I be hearing them talking, I see all these podcasts and I be like, hey, bro, you don't even look like that type of, that type of, you know what I'm talking about? You don't even look like you that pressure to even like had them hoes like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think they just took all of his talking points and just built platforms and just took the shit and made it into a mockery. And I think, like I say, Kevin Samuels really genuinely cared about men bettering themselves. You know what I'm saying? Better from the in outward. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's speaking up for us. You know what I'm saying? And he understood by him being a 50-year-old black man, not 18, not 20, not 30, being a 50-year-old black man, that, bro, it is hard. And women are fucking tough. Like, you know what I'm saying? These females is fucking vicious. Like, if you can remember women from the 90s, he remember from the 70s, the 2000s, into the present. He's seen a shift. I'm not even that old, and I seen the fucking shift. I remember when females was fucking sweet and fucking like and very easygoing and very feminine, to the point like, nah, man, these bitches is vicious dogs. Man, you gotta bring your whip out, bro. You gotta be a cold nigga, man. You gotta be a strong nigga up here to really deal with females today. You know what I'm saying? So, man, man, I did kind of like got off track, man. But I just wanted to show some love to Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably do a part 2 to this right here, because I can go on and on. I really didn't jump into like major details. I kind of like just freestyle. All this is just freestyle at the top. No thought, just straight off the dome with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm trying to get better with my casting or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Really just, all this shit right here is practice, man. It's 80-20 with me right now, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really just, you know, trying to sharpen my tools up, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I look forward to having hosts on my shit, you know what I'm saying, that I can really build with, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't got to freestyle, because I'm like, bitch, if I can do what I do on my own, if I have somebody on here with me, then I can kind of like really build with it, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, subscribe, stay tapped in, too black, too strong, with your dog, John Dunn.